business. Kaya FM Biz with Stevie B. Brought to you by Business Banking from Standard Bank. Moving forward.
Good music, good friends, home is where the heart is. Kaya FM.
Sweeping changes are being introduced in the accounting field. The new assessment of professional competence is going to replace the chartered accountant qualifying exam. Does this mean it will be easier or harder to qualify as a chartered accountant in this country? Helen Bimbassis, Project Director for Education at SAICA, is on the line. Helen, you'll be speaking to me and Stevie B, and Stevie has the first question for you.
All right, welcome to the show, Helen.
Thank you.
All right. Why are you making these changes in the first place?
It's a good question. I think in order for our qualification to remain relevant, and when I talk relevancy, I'm talking on a global perspective, not only say in South Africa, it's imperative that on the odd occasion that aspects of the qualification process is reviewed and revised, and it is time for us to review and revise it.
Previously, SAICA separated two qualifying exams section. How will this format be different?
The format differentiation in the past, I think SAICA only sort of set the part 1 board exam, and the second part, which was focused primarily on different electives. So if you wanted to remain as in the auditing sphere, the URBA used to set the board exam, National PPE exam, and then if you wanted to become a financial manager, SAICA would then set the FinMan exam, which is then written in November. The new format, what it means is that there's going to be one exam, irrelevant of your elective, whether you're going to be remaining in the practice or sort of branching out to become a financial manager, and that would then entail assessing whether you're competent from a competency perspective based, and thereafter, if you then chose to become an auditor, then URBA is basically revising their process and ensuring that you guys, as an auditor, you are relevant.
Isn't this going to be a huge challenge to university students?
This exam is not really catered for a university student.
Right.
At this stage of the game, you know, as a university student, once you qualify and you've obtained your honours, you then go ahead and you write your part 1, or now it's called the initial test of competency board exam. And then you are basically in practice from working at various training offices. What that means is that you are already practically gaining experience in the field. So wherever you are gaining that experience in public practice or outside of that, you would be able to write the assessment of professional competency.
Is the number of qualifying accountants increasing?
That's a good question. What I can indicate is the number of CAs that are registering with SAICA, we've most definitely seen an increase year on year. But that does not mean that just because they haven't qualified, that sometimes they don't register, or sometimes they haven't really passed that entire rigorous process. But we are most definitely seeing an increase in that.
That's good news. The new format, Helen, when does it come into effect?
It comes into effect November 2014, and until then we have quite a few transitional arrangements for those students or candidates that are going to be falling between the 2 years.
All right, we'll leave right there. The Project Director for Education at SAICA. What is your website there at SAICA, Helen?
It's www.saica.co.za. And if you have any specific queries around APC, we have a specific inbox. It's at saica.co.za.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.